Today is February 12th, 2024. It's a Monday. And that is the edge of Adams? I can't tell now. There are clouds. Adams and Madison was clear. They were both clear when we were driving in, but not anymore. We are heading to Camp Dodge Road from 19 Mile Brook Trailhead. Just like a 3/10 of a mile walk. We are going to take the Camp Dodge cutoff and go up to Middle Carter and then South Carter, Carter Dome, Mount Hight maybe. We'll see. The forecast keeps changing, so if there's no views, then we will probably forego Mount Hight. And who knows, if things are super fast, maybe we'll do the Wildcats. I don't think so. That's like a 3-mile road walk that I don't really want to do. But we're going to have to do that road walk anyway when we do the Wildcats.
We have too many days left. I don't want to get everything done.
The rest of this week looks not favorable, particularly for hiking. So, got to get something done today. All right, we are going to be turning into Camp Dodge. We're about 2 miles up on Imp Trail. Washington is in the clear through the trees. And Jefferson and Adams. I think Madison has a little bit of a cloud. John is wearing snowshoes. I'm wearing spikes. There's a guy ahead of us who's bare booting, I believe. The trail is a disaster. This is just horrible. Yesterday and the day before, I think Friday was warm too. We're really warm. And people should have had snowshoes for when it softened up. But clearly, nobody did on this trail. It's just a disaster. It's all refrozen now. So you can't even like stomp it down and make it nice. All right. We are almost to the junction with the Carter-Mariah Trail, and we go through this nice frosty section of trees. Normally there would be a little bit of an obstructed view out right there, but the presidentials appear to be in a cloud. We are not, though. So hopefully we'll get some views into Maine. I don't know. And as you can see, the trail is still a disaster. So everybody out here so far that I've seen is wearing spikes. John switched over to spikes about 1.5 miles in and said, wow, it's so much easier. So that is the traction of choice today so far. This is up on that alpine bog heading towards Middle Carter. So when it's not winter, this is bog bridges going through here. And it's bright sun. This is looking towards Maine, so hopefully we'll have some view towards Maine. And this is the other side, which is where the presidentials are, and there's definitely a low cloud there. So we're going to be going uphill shortly and popping out where there should be a view over to the presidentials, but I'm not convinced we're going to have one. We shall see. So this is looking out into Maine. I think that's the Royces right there, Wild River. Bald faces were visible, they're over here. And then this is looking back across the street. So no views there. Blue sky. All right, let's see what the rest of the day brings. We're at the junction with Carter Dome Trail and Carter-Mariah Trail, which goes up over Mount Hight. And we were going to skip Mount Hight because the presidentials were socked in, but they are now clearing out. There is some cloud, but Washington and Huntington and Tuckerman Ravine Boot Spur it was all clear. There's some garbage right there.
Really?
Right here. It's a metal hook.
Yeah.
So we decided we will go up to Hight first. I believe this is the steep side of it, so I'd rather climb the steep. There was another gentleman who was doing Carters and Wildcats, and he is going our pace and is parked at the ski area. So he offered to drive us back to the car if we wanted to do both, but we weren't planning it really. So we're gonna save it for a day where we need something kind of short. Just do the Wildcats. And wow, this is also pretty deeply post-holed. All right, so hopefully the next thing will be a view of Mount Hight, off of Mount Hight, which is 360 degrees. We decided to come up to Mount Hight, and I think that was absolutely the right decision. There's the presidentials. It has a little bit of cloud on it, but nothing horrible. And then looking back to South and Middle Carter. And then Mariah is in a cloud right now. Shelburne Mariah is out of a cloud. And then looking over down into the Dry River Wilderness. The Bald Faces right there. Kearsarge North, the Doubleheads, the Moats in the distance, Chocorua. Up close we've got Carter Dome. And then I think I have to look. There's something big stuff over here. I think that's Kerrigan and Hancock's, but I'm not positive from where I am. Okay, we're gonna sit and have lunch up here. It is so nice. There's no wind at all. And I don't know what the temperature is, but it was supposed to be like 24, I think, on Carter Dome. I think it's at least that here. It's really warm in the sun. I don't know if you can see on here, the auto road zigzagging up. Very visible. All right. Yeah, so I think that I'm not sad about not going out to get the Wildcats, because to do that you have to descend off of Carter Dome into Carter Notch, which is quite long and I don't know, tediously steep. And then you have to go up Wildcat A, which is short and very steep, and you can't descend the ski slopes until 4 o'clock. I think we might have been ahead of that, so it's okay. This is good. We'll save those for another day. Well, now I look at that, I think that it's, I don't know what that is. Like Passaconaway or Tri-Pyramids or something. No, it can't be. I don't know. I'll check it and let you know. We are up at the large summit area of Carter Dome. I believe that the high point is like right in there. But there's a junction right here for Rainbow Trail, which goes down the back side of Carter Dome. And then this direction takes you down into the Notch. And then this way takes you back down to Zeta Pass. So we're just going to go back down to Zeta Pass and take that
Zip
out.
On down.
Yep. Yeah. Wow. I don't know if I'll shoot more, but if I don't, that was really pleasant. We actually sat down and enjoyed lunch. I didn't even put extra layers on or anything. It was really, really, really nice up there. So our second choice today was Jefferson, and it did clear a little bit while we were there, but I think this was better. Ended up being a better day here than it ended up being on Jefferson. Whether we'll get a good day on Jefferson, I don't know. But yeah, here we are. There's a little view back to South and Middle Carter from back here. And there are some views out to the presidentials as you're coming up. They're off on the left as you're descending, but they're pretty easy to spot in the winter. You're up high on snowpack. In the summer, I think there's one or two of them, but you have to be paying attention if you want to go out and look at anything. This is the back. I didn't zoom in, but Mount Hight is over here, right there. And those are the other Carters. And then if I put my hand up high, hello, where's my screen? You get a view over to the presidentials. So in normal conditions, you don't have a view to the presidentials here because we're standing on a couple feet of snowpack. That's not normally there. But, all right. Wow, it's crazy. Really nice and warm day. I haven't had a day like that, I feel, with sun in a long time. All right. So, the trail between Hight and here, what about it? The way there was a spot where, yeah, there was a spot where it was difficult to follow. I think there had to have been a blowdown or something. Something happened, and like the pack trail just stopped. Yeah, that was great. So we floundered around until we found it again. So like this area right here is a broken out thing that will give you a view. I don't know if that's one of the ones that you can use in the summer, but if you come up on Carter Dome Trail, just keep looking to your right side as you're climbing, and you will see some places where you can pop out. Yeah, this trail actually is in really good shape compared to the other trails. Imp was probably the worst so far. We'll see how 19 Mile Brook is. I don't know. It should have been very well packed before it softened up, but we'll see. Now we're coming out. We're getting those views north to Moriah, Shelburne, Moriah, and into Maine. Cool.